we are here again to play more Amnesia. And uh, today, my little widgets that tell me how long our sponsors ads. I say sponsors. They're not my sponsors though. They're Twitch. They work for they work for Twitch and get money for Twitch, just like I do. But yeah, today my widget's not working again, so I have no idea when we come back from the ad break. So I'm hoping we're back already, but if not, I can't do anything about it. I also woke up a bit late, so excuse me as I stuff my face with foods so that I can keep running. Mm. The good news, though, is that I already ate half the breakfast, so now you just have to deal with me trying to not sound like I've got food in my mouth. um, on top of that, my kiddo's been using my computer and it keeps doing stuff. So I don't think my camera's set up right anymore. And things have been moved around. Good news though is he gets his own computer today, so no more. But yeah, so I started Amnesia yesterday. Hey Scum! And we chose the Heart World. Uh, Grats on first, Mina. And we're doing Shin's route because apparently his route is the Heart World. We haven't met anyone else. I don't know if they even exist in other people's stories or what. Uh, so, brief rundown on what the game Amnesia Memories is about. Not Amnesia Dark Descent. um, Amnesia is a game that came out over 10 years ago and was localized 10 years ago. And I've never played it. So, literally, this is my first time. However, I know a lot about it because it's old in the Tome community. Um, so, most people have played it because it's old in the Tome community. And I just never got around to it because I started playing Atome in 2020 or yeah 2020 and uh, there were just too many games that kept coming out. I couldn't keep up and also play older games, especially one that was already 5 years old by the time I started playing. So, so I just never got around to it. But we're here now playing it. Thanks for the redeem. And yeah, I forgot what I was going to say, but now I remember I was telling you guys about Amnesia. So the game is about a girl who, because it's an Otome, obviously. Yeah, you know what? You know what, Mina? You can just suck on your omelet or something, okay? um, and she has amnesia because a little spirit who is traveling to the human realm somehow collided with her and knocked her memories out of her head, and now he, Orion, is stuck in her head until she gets memories back, which will supposedly force him out. And we go back to our world and now get to live through what's going on. Now, since we had all these talks about parallel worlds, and it's the way we chose what route we're going on is by choosing a world, uh, I'm assuming that each world is going to be slightly different for our protagonist, and because they're literally different parallel worlds. And he was, no, that was not it, Mina. I was trying to think of, I don't know. I'm not awake, guys, okay? Okay? I'm out of coffee and I woke up less than an hour ago. And okay, yeah, headcanon accepted. That's fine. That's fine. Oni-chan is brain off switch. um So yeah, well, we're probably going to experience parallel worlds based off of the way they set it up. And Orion was telling us, hey, yeah, there are like infinite parallel worlds, so um, none of them are necessarily right or wrong because you exist in all of them. You just exist differently. And so I think each route's going to be a different parallel world, and that actually brings something kind of interesting to the game because now you don't have to be the same character throughout all the routes. You're allowed to be different because they're different worlds. So that's cool. That's really cool. I think that's a really cool way to um, deal with multiple writers writing the stories because that is how it works. That is how most otome made by companies work. Uh, they create a outline and then they have underwriters who work on specific routes, and not always do they characterize the MC or even the love interest the same, and that's where you get inconsistencies in character. Uh, but this way, you can have inconsistencies and it all makes sense because it's not the same world. So technically nothing is the same except for I guess existing. It's cool. It's cool. Uh I'm super excited to get more into this game. It's got a lot of really cool ideas, and I'm enjoying it so far. And of course, we happen to pick the world totally on accident, by the way, with Kakihara Tetsuya, who is one of my favorite voice actors. Not necessarily for his voice acting. I mean, I like it, but because I find him extraordinarily interesting and entertaining. And I think if you had seen his uh, ice cream little, you know what? I don't know what to call it. It wasn't a skit. It was just this little video of him trying to feed Ishikawa Kaido ice cream. And I think if anybody were to be a brand new Otome fan watching this video, they would also fall in love with Kakihara. So that was fun. And we could just go ahead and get started. I don't have a whole lot to talk about beforehand. That's pretty much all we're as far as we are in the game, except for Shin has figured out that we have amnesia, mainly because we haven't called him by his name because we didn't know his name. And so right before we woke up back in our world, um, we had an accident uh, about a week ago, and apparently hit our head. And Shin believes that that's the reason for our amnesia, and he blames himself for this accident while we don't know what caused it. And he didn't go into detail about that, and he filled us in on some stuff, like who he is and why we're hurt, the accident, and a few things like that. But then he was like, I don't want to confuse you by continuing to talk and give you a bunch of information, so we'll cover the rest of it another time, which makes sense. Uh, he was info dumping, but not too much info. It's kind of neat. And again, I am impressed with the writing for this because uh, a huge, what's the word? Plot device, there we go, is keeping information from the reader slash main character so that we can't figure out, well, the plot, the resolution to the conflict. And by having amnesia, that's a plot device. So we don't have this info. But not only that, is they're keeping the info from us by having Shin not tell us because that's going to be part of the resolution. So like that's really cool. It's very smart the way they went about this. Now we have a reason for them not telling the MC. And and now we have to go through all the plot and all the conflict to get the info, and it's not just a writer going, haha, we're not telling you, which happens a lot when people use this specific type of plot device where they withhold information from you. They usually go, yes, but I am withholding this information from you for no reason at all because I just don't want to tell you. And I don't really enjoy that because like why not? Why not just tell me? Oh, okay. Well, now this is kind of unbelievable and a little boring. But in this case, Shin specifically says, "Hey, so I gave you all this info about your past and where we are right now, and I'm gonna I'm gonna hold off on telling you more because, it could seriously just make your head hurt trying to remember everything right now." And it's like, wow, that's actually a really good idea. Uh, so go ahead, keep that info from me. I'm okay for right now, and hopefully we'll find out later. Probably at the main conflict if they're doing a three-stage um, writing. I don't remember what it's called. A three-act. Guys, I have no brain. I should have been a himbo today. Anyways, let's go play. Right. I don't have it started up yet. Sorry, guys. Oh, yeah. And it's super big. I forgot. Wee. Right there. So I like to watch the opening a few times because as we slowly learn things about the game, it makes more sense. So that's Shin, or Sheen, excuse me. And I didn't know which world associated with each of the characters. And that's us. We're very pretty. We're very cute. I like it. Okay, and that's Icky, and that's Kent, and that's Toma. And this is the guy stuck in our head that nobody else can see. But he pretty much states the obvious time and time again, which a lot of people find annoying. and I can understand why that's so annoying. Um, like, hey, so we started with only four worlds, but there's five love interests. Hmm. I guess we're gonna get one unlocked. Although it doesn't show five love interests in here. They keep showing Yukio. Um, yeah, surprise world. They keep showing him, and I know he's a main character, so I assume he's a mm, hidden route, secret route. I don't know. They only briefly show him too, but he's not on the page. Yes, Scum. Hey, wait. That sounds super fun though. I really enjoy your vague existence and your incomprehensible messages. It's kind of like if Lovecraftian horror existed in real life. Oh, can you not hear it? Oh, shit. Right. Guys, it's because I had the audio off again. I'm so sorry. I'm I'm just batting 1,000 today, which is not good. You want your batting average to be really low. That's the only sports metaphor I know. No, that's not true. But I actually know the reason why batting 1,000 is a bad thing. There we go. Okay, so now we got the music again. Um, so yes, Scum. It's like Lovecraftian horror, where it barely exists, but that's what you are right now, just in human form. So like incomprehensible messages from the barely existing Scum. Yes, I love it. Okay, okay. So I turned the music on. Now you guys should be able to hear it. I mean, right now it's super, super quiet, so you probably can't hear it because I barely hear it. But anyways, uh, Shin has decided to have us walk around a little bit. Hopefully, it will jog our memories a bit. Um, but oh my God, he's so sweet. I mean, he kind of came off as an asshole to begin with, but like I'm okay with that because I'm an asshole. So, I know that I'm. Yes, he's sweet, Scum. um, kind of came off as an asshole to begin with. But like I said, I relate to that, so like I get it. But then as soon as he realized that something was off with the MC, who doesn't have a name, she's literally just protagonist when people talk about her because she's probably one of the very few MCs that doesn't come with uh, a canon name. Anyways, so we named her Anna. Anyways, uh, once he figured out that something was wrong with Anna, uh, he was like, I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna help you as long as you need it. I'm gonna, you know. Granted, he feels guilty about this accident, and we're gonna find out that he had something to do with it. Yada yada. Um, but you know what? You know what, Scum? I am okay with him being feeling guilty and being involved because he wants to take care of us. And that's all I ask. That's my fantasy. Someone who wants to take care of me and doesn't mind me being you know, a passive part of this relationship. um, so anyways, this is where we stopped. And I guess it wasn't going to load up his speaking right away. I don't know why they decided to do that, but here we are. Scum says I could do better than Sheen. Scum also doesn't know about the other people in this game, so he might actually he might actually be the best we have, Scum. Because, like I said, although I have not played this game, I've heard a lot about it because a lot of people don't tend to spoiler a game after it's been out for like a fucking year. That's it. Like, most people are like, oh, game's out. Should talk about it. Everybody's played it by now. This is definitely not a game for Scum. She doesn't like Arteon saying all of the very obvious things. And she is very much not a fan of Sheen. In fact, I got a clip saying that the pussy store is closed. Okay, okay.
この辺がお前の実家のあった場所思い出せないあっそう
This is around where your parents' house was. You don't remember? I see. I forgot I was giving him a voice, and I didn't use it at all there, but it's fine.
あそこが俺の家お前の家からはすぐ近くだから何かあったら直接来い
That's my house. It's really close to yours, so if anything happens, come over right away. This is interesting to note, though. Okay, so it did have him looking over his shoulder, which is a very common sprite to show, obviously, that you're behind them. But, but, but you never get a solid back picture in these games because they put them together like you're watching a play, okay? And you never want your back to the camera for a play or a show or a movie or whatever the case is. The point is you don't turn your back to the audience because then they can't see anything, obviously. That's the whole point is all your acting goes out the fucking window because they can't see anything. So you're always supposed to have like a at most 3/4, to one part of the audience, okay? So I've never, in all the games I've played, I've never seen the back of somebody in a visual novel. And that's why this is so fucking interesting right now, because they decided, hey, we're going to do that. We're going to do that. We're going to put a back. They literally decided that one of the assets they needed was a sprite facing away. like, how does that? I'm not complaining about the artwork or the backgrounds or anything like that. It's just that this blows my fucking mind. When you have a limited budget, why you gotta be putting the back of a sprite in? Like, we can't see shit. That's the point of this. Okay, okay. Sorry, last bite of breakfast. Let me finish. Okay. So, yeah, this is fucking wild. But yes, I forgot to mention that Sheen grew up with us. We're childhood friends, and apparently both our parents and Sheen live very close to where we moved out on our own, which is cool, I guess. But yeah, we're walking around now trying to remember shit. It is what it is.
次バイト先歩いて20分ぐらい
He is. Okay, okay. Uh, he talks like this, okay? So the reason he sounds harsh a lot is because this is the way he talks, where, as you heard, he's like telling us where we're gonna be going, but he does it in a way that doesn't give you any opportunity to argue. Not that we would argue at this point. Anyways, next is your work. It's about a 20-minute walk. Ooh, that's a far way. We just got out of the hospital, man.
やっぱり容赦ないんだけど。
Yeah, I forgot. Ariane in our head will say all of my thoughts for me, and I don't need to express any of them because apparently we're both just Captain Obvious. We just tell you what's happening. Like, wow, that's a 20-minute walk, and he's demanding that we do it. And here's Ariane going, what? He has no mercy because that's a 20-minute fucking walk, and we just got out of the hospital. I'm not needed. Guys, I should just play this game and not say anything. That's not true. I should not do that. That's that's copyright issues there. Okay.
昨日まで入院してた女の子を連れ回しすぎじゃない？
Okay, yeah, there we go. This girl was in the hospital until yesterday. Don't you think this is too much for her? Orion and I, same person. We're the same person.
っていうか家がすぐ近くって昨日この辺わからないってタクシーの行き先説明させてたけど。
Yeah, that is also weird. I think he was testing us at that point. Although, when he did talk to the driver, he said he didn't know. So, yeah, why? That is a weird thing. Okay, Orion pointed out something that I hadn't realized. Yes, his house is really close, yet when he asked about a taxi, he said he didn't know the area, which is true. He told us and also the taxi driver, and he said gave the taxi driver an area and said, "I'll direct us from there." But if his house is so close, like literally right down the street that we can see, why? Hmm. So, Ordeon also did a bunch of spiraling right beforehand, being all like, "Hey, uh, you could totally get taken advantage of by people who are not nice because humans are fucked up. And if you let the wrong person know that you've got amnesia beforehand, then they might take advantage of you." And one of the things he did say was like somebody pretending to be your boyfriend when you're not really dating, and it's like I pegged Sheen as that because of what's been going on, but it may not be the case. However, this makes it sound again like it's the case. So that'll be interesting.
もしかして1周年記念日の話みたいにあの時もカマかけてたの？
And Ordeon thinks that maybe it's because he was testing us, which is what I said, but why would he also say that to the taxi driver? I don't understand. It was probably another trick, like when he said you guys were celebrating your 1 year anniversary, he did say that to us, by the way, to find out this morning that we don't remember. Oh, we're walking through all of these. You know what? So, almost all of this looks like
大丈夫？体痛くなってきたよね。
uh So, excuse me. Orion can feel what we're feeling because we're kind of fused together right now. He's in our head, but he experiences everything we are, which is why he's panting and he says, "Hey, are you okay, Anna? It seems like you're in pain." Because he can feel it. He can feel it as well. Um, which is super interesting and super fun when Sheen kissed us and he was like, ah! He's definitely not into that. Um, but what I was saying about these backgrounds is they kind of look like they're photos with a filter put over them, um, which is fine. That's a reasonable way to do backgrounds. Then you don't have to draw everything. But I'm pretty sure Automato reuses a lot of assets, which is smart. And honestly, they're not the only company that does it. Voltage does it too. Cyber does it too. These are all Otome producers, okay? And but I'm pretty sure I've seen some of those backgrounds in a couple other games, which is always just interesting to me to be like, oh, I recognize this. Not with the same filter, but I mean, they just reuse the photo. Okay.
もう無理か。じゃあ店入るか。そこがお前のバイト先だから。
I guess that was too much for you. Let's go into the cafe. This is where you work. Okay.
はあ、綺麗なお店。へえ、君ここでバイトしてるんだ。
Wow, what a pretty place. Huh. So you work here? Uh, Mina, if you're watching, tell me this does not look like the uh, Atome Cafe from Cafe Enchanté when you and Il go out. Yeah, I mean, it's kinda. I think they took the same base photo and then they plastered all the stuff around the walls and took out, like, some of the, uh, uh, decorative uh, window frame stuff. I can't remember. It's not lattice, but you know what I'm talking about. Ironwork, all these little decorative things around the windows. Anyways, I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure it's the same. I'd have to look it up. But I mean, like, again, it would not surprise me because reusing assets is smart. You've already paid for them, so you should be able to use them however you want commercially, and then it will save you on producing another game later.
お帰りなさいませ。ご主人様、お嬢様。
Ah, okay, okay. Hey. Um, First off, almost anytime we get a sprite, we know that they're a main character in the story. Uh, at least that's how it was for earlier games. And Automato still kind of follows their same rules on that. However, uh, later games they have given us a more robust cast with more side characters. In fact, a lot of games are doing that, giving us a more robust cast with side characters who you can't actually romance, but they show up as sprites. But the point is anytime we see a sprite, we can almost guarantee that they're important in the story in some way, and usually they're a romanceable character. Now we have seen this one, not in this outfit, but this is Toma. This is Toma, and he exists as a love interest. And so, apparently, I do think that's the case. I do think Sheen is just a childhood friend and we're not actually dating. And maybe we're supposed to be dating Toma, and like, how funny is that? Only because Toma's the first one introduced since and we might get to see all the other characters. Maybe we're supposed to be dating somebody else. I don't know, but I think Orion, when he was doing all that foreshadowing, as I said, is this foreshadowing? It might be foreshadowing. Well, here we are, uh, with another love interest, who's probably actually our boyfriend, but now not. Welcome back, Master, Madam.
ご主人様、お嬢様？
Yeah, that can translate to that.
てしん、お前ね、彼女昨日退院じゃなかったの？なんでこんなとこ連れてくんの？
Ah, and he knows us. I mean, obviously, if we work here. Wait, Shin, she just got out of the hospital yesterday. Why'd you bring her all the way over here?
お前、顔色悪いな。頭の傷、痛むのか？
Okay, well then, my issue. I know them as differently then. Oh, thank you, Mina. But you don't have to point out when I'm being dumb. Now I'm super embarrassed. I'm just gonna hide under my desk. You guys keep playing. Yeah, well, Anna, you look kind of pale. Is your head hurting? Why am I being proud? uh, Anna, you look kind of pale. Is your head hurting?
今日は客で来てるんだけど。
We're here as customers today.
ああ、そうですか。それは失礼しました。
Oh, I see. Fine. How very rude of me.
ご注文がお決まりの頃、また伺います。
I'll return when you've decided on your order. I mean, he obviously knows Shin, too.
知り合いだったのかな？すごく親しげだったね。
Orion, we work here. Obviously, we know him. Maybe you know him. He acted awfully close. I mean, yeah, he did. In fact, he called us by our name and asked if how we're feeling, and he knows that we just got out of the hospital. So, yeah.
今のはトーマ。何か思い出せない。
That was Toma. Do you remember anything?
ダメか。じゃあまあいいや。目的の一つは終了。
I guess not. That's fine then. That's one objective down. Also, you can see this a lot with this game is as the main character, we don't actually talk very often at all, if you haven't noticed. And I mean, she's not voice acted, so even our talking isn't going to have a voice, but protagonist didn't even have a name for us. We got to make up the name, and usually MCs have a pre-established name, okay? But not only did she not even have a name, but she doesn't seem to have a voice, as in any dialogue. The only dialogue so far are choices for us to pick, and that seems to be the only time she ever says anything. And we don't even get her actually saying it. Like for instance, when he asked if we even knew our name, and the choice we picked was that we have an ID card. He then goes, I see you've got your ID card, so okay, at least you know your name. but like we didn't say anything. We didn't have a box that said, "Hey, we said this thing." Uh, so this is an interesting way for them to take the protagonist literally out of the game so that you can fully self-insert. Uh, it's just a really cool design game, is what I'm trying to say. Um, but older Otome and Otometo titles, um, not just Otometo, pretty much most Otome titles, the older titles really try to remove the protagonist, the MC, from the game completely so that you can 100% self-insert. And you can see that a lot with this game, and the fact that this game is over 10 years old, kind of shows you that this is what Otome used to be. If we play something like uh, Olympia Soiree, okay? Where Olympia has not only her own internal voice, her own name, her own story and everything like that, but she also has a MC sprite down down in the frames by the text box so that you can see her expressions when she's thinking things or even saying things. She's a very vocal character. And that one came out only a couple of years ago. So like you could see the difference between a decade ago they completely erased the main character, uh, giving you a little Otome history lesson here. That's what I'm doing. Uh, but now they produce games that have a strong uh, female main character that you can rename. You can also turn off the icon by the box most of the time so that you don't have to see the main character at all, but she still has a lot of dialogue and takes part heavily in the story, not being guided around because we have amnesia and everybody's talking for us. It's just cool. It's just cool to see the difference between a newer game and the way Atome has developed and adjusted with the audience, and the older games, which is this is more in line of what uh, Atome used to be like, the model that they used to use. And like I said, not just Automato, but Voltage did that, and Cybird never really fully went that way, but they're also not a super old company, not like Voltage and Automato, um, and other companies that we don't get localized games for. But yeah. So it's just really cool to see the differences between how involved the main character is and how Atome has evolved over the years. Very cool. Uh, I don't know if I read this already, but I'm going to read it again. I guess not. That's fine then. That's one objective down.
あとは適当に携帯買ってタクシーで帰ろう。
I guess all that's left is to buy a cell phone, then take a taxi back.
携帯？
A cell phone?
お前さ、携帯ないんだよ。気づいてたか？事故の時壊れたまま。
You don't have a cell phone. Didn't you realize that? You broke it during your accident.
あ、それでカバンの中に携帯が入ってなかったんだ。
Oh, so that's why there wasn't a phone in your purse. See, guys, like, we are literally just a passive viewer in our own life right now. Because he can't hear Orion, but Orion's responding to us about everything that Shin's saying. Like we don't have thoughts of our own. This is this is wow, it's super interesting, super interesting. I've played old games too, so this isn't the only older game that I've played. And the MC is pretty absent in a lot of the older games because that was the model. That was how Atome used to be designed, because that was how players wanted to play. Which is why you can still remove a lot of that stuff in updated Atome, or newer, I should say, not updated, because some players still want to 100% self-insert. But this is like taking that to an extreme, and it's kind of interesting to me.
病院にいる間は安全だったけど、今は緊急の時に俺と連絡つかないと面倒だろ。
You were fine in the hospital, but it would be a problem now if you couldn't contact me in an emergency.
俺には女の携帯なんかわかんないから自分で選べ。せっかくここまで来れたんだし。
I don't really know what kind of phones girls like, so you choose. You came all the way here, you might as well.
てか、ダメそうなら途中で帰るつもりだったんだけど。
I was planning to take you back if you didn't seem to be doing well, but...
そういえば、今のお前、あんまり文句言わないよな。もしかして無理してたのか？
Now that I think about it, you don't complain much anymore. Are you pushing yourself too hard? Look how sad he looks. You know what, Scum? I may be able to do better than Shin, but I like him. I like sad boys. I like the fucking pathetic men, okay? And here we go. See? This is our only dialogue we'll actually get. He likes the honesty though, but I'm gonna say that I'm okay. I think that's what we're gonna do.
とてもそうは見えないけど、変な意地張らなくていいよ。
Okay. Okay, we should have said the other one. Pretty sure that was not the right dinging sound. It didn't look like it. Don't act so stubborn.
不満は口に出せよ。言わなきゃわかんないから。
And now he's mad. Because we lied to him. If you need to complain, tell me. I won't know unless you speak up.
言われない不満を分かってやるつもりもないし。
It's not like I can read your mind. I can't do anything about secret thoughts.
なんで今さらこんなことお前に言わなきゃなんないんだろうな。
And why do I have to tell you things like this now, after all this time? Yeah, remember, we don't remember anything.
そういう細々とした折り合い方、10年以上かけて積み上げてきたはずだったのに。
We built all these little details into our relationship over the last 10 years. Guys, we're not really dating him. He's lying to us.
説明しなきゃわかんないってピンとこねえよ。
It's really weird to have to explain things like this for you to understand.
今ここにいるのは俺の知ってるお前なのか、そうじゃないと思って扱った方がいいのか。
Hey, that's not fair. Is the person standing here really the Anna I know, or should I treat you like a stranger?
はあ、
Yeah, me too.
あの事故の時、お前が死んだかと思った。すげえ怖かった。
Back during the accident, I thought you had died. I was really scared.
昨日、お前の記憶がおかしいって気づいた時にも、なんか気づいてきたもんがガラガラ崩れてく気がした。
Yesterday, when I noticed your memories were gone, I felt like this relationship and everything we built was crumbling.
思い出せるよな。全部なくなったりしないよな。
He's so fucking emo. You can still remember it, right? It's not all gone, is it?
まあ、何が起こったとしても、結局は俺のせいなんだけどな。
Well, it doesn't matter what happens. It's still all my fault.
ただいまー。バカ。
We're back!
疲れた。大変な目にあったね。
Oh, so tired. What a rough day.
おかげで携帯はゲットできたけど、あいつやることなすこと強引すぎだよ。
But you managed to get a phone. He's pretty forceful when it comes to getting things done.
とりあえず、この携帯を見て分かった重要な事実。今日は8月2日です。
Damn! I should have played this last month. Okay, well, that's fine. Anyway, This phone is already giving us valuable information. Today is August 2nd.
8月にしては随分涼しいよね。
Hey guys,
人類
look!
社会は最近異常気象続きだって聞くけど、
The date
本当
popped
なん
up
だ
up
ね。
there. That's funny. It's pretty cool outside for August. Humans have been saying the weather's been abnormal over the past few years. I guess they were right.
まあ新しい携帯に連絡先が真の分だけか。情報源にはなりそうにないね。
Your new cell phone only has Shin's contact information. I guess it won't provide much more than that.
まあ明日もあいつが来るみたいだし、ある程度任せておいてもいいんじゃないかな。
But it seems like he's gonna come by tomorrow too, so maybe we can leave a lot of the guesswork up to him.
怪我で体が動かしにくいのは辛いけど、それ以外はまあ割と順調に進んでるよね。
It's kind of bad that you can't move much because of your injuries, but you're making good progress.
信頼できそうな相手に記憶喪失を相談できて、病院には行かないって約束もしてもらって。
You are able to talk to someone you can trust about your amnesia, and he promised he wouldn't take you back to the hospital. That's true, he did. We didn't want to tell him at first because we didn't want to go back to the hospital.
未来は明るい。この調子ならすぐ記憶が戻るよ。明日も頑張ろうね。
Mainly because Orion here has convinced us that if we don't actively regain our memories, we might actually lose the ability to, breathe. Because somehow, despite him knocking our memories out of our head, I guess we can... what's the word? We can regress further? Lose more ability to remember things? I don't know. It didn't make a whole lot of sense, but that's what he said. So, yeah, the future's looking bright. At this rate, your memories will be back in no time. Let's do our best tomorrow, too.
でもあいつ、自分のせいだと思ってるから、あんな深刻な顔してるんだよね。
But he was blaming himself for all of this. No wonder he had such a serious look on his face.
説明したところで理解されるわけないけど、誤解させたままなのはちょっとだけ申し訳ないね。
He wouldn't understand if you explained the truth, but leaving him to think that about himself is kinda sad. August 3rd.
俺、昨日お前に嘘ついたんだけど。
What? Shin, stop lying to us. I actually lied to you yesterday.
なんだよ来るなり。こっちは起き抜けだってのに。ね
See, we have no thoughts of our own. This is super interesting. Huh? What does he mean? And you just woke up too, right, Anna?
お前の両親が海外にいるって、あれ嘘。本当は隣の県にいる。退院日は仕事で来られなかっただけ。
Okay, that's sus. Your parents aren't overseas. They actually live in the next prefecture over. They just couldn't come to pick you up from the hospital because of work.
記憶のないお前を独占したくて嘘ついた。はい、これ連絡先。
Okay, Scum. Scum, I'm willing to say I could probably do better. Like, the first lying, totally got, because he was trying to suss us out too. But I think this is gonna be a constant thing. Not keen on that. We're not really dating him, guys. We're not really dating him. He's just making everything up. I just wanted to have you all to myself because you had amnesia. Here's their contact info.
どういうこと？
What's going on?
それ結構重大な嘘じゃないの？そんなにさらっと言うようなこと？
That's a super huge mega lie, and he said it like it was nothing. We're gonna say thanks for telling me, like, okay. God damn it. I'm choosing all the wrong answers, I think. Because that doesn't sound like the ding from the one right one we got.
連絡先は本物だけど、俺の言ったことは嘘だから。
The info's real, but what I said was a lie.
は
What?
記憶が戻ってないか聞いても、また隠すかもしれないと思って、やっぱまだ戻ってないんだな。
Wait, hold on. Are our parents overseas or are they not? Pretty much he's gonna lie to us every time we meet up so that he can see if we have amnesia or not. Okay, I get it now. Ooh, I don't like this. I don't like playing these mind games. Dude, can we just be chill for a minute? Because, like, that's too much. Guys, I'm not even awake, okay? I can't think of this shit out. I figured you'd keep trying to hide the fact that you have amnesia, and it looks like you still got it.
お前の両親は本当に海外赴任。昨日嘘ついたってのは。
Holy shit, Shin. I can't with you. Your parents really are working overseas. I lied about having lied yesterday. Yeah, okay, dude, can we just...
その連絡先はロスのやつ。家から移してきた。なんなら国際電話で確かめたら。
The contact info is legit. I copied it from home. You could make an international call to check.
こんな嘘ばっかりついてるといつか誰も信じてくれなくなるんだぞ。
Orion is properly upset, as we should be. Why that little? If he keeps lying, one day nobody's gonna believe him anymore.
やっぱ1日2日経ったら自然に回復してるかもなんて甘すぎるよな。
I guess I was too naive to think it would fix itself after 1 or 2 days.
隊長は元気ならお前の学校見に行かない？
How are you feeling? If you're okay to walk, we could go check out your school.
体調は悪くないけど僕はちょっと怒ってます。
You don't seem to be too bad, but personally, I'm kind of upset.
どうする？付き合ってあげる？
What will you do? Do you want to go with him? Okay. Now, I'm not sure what we're supposed to be picking here, because clearly we're not supposed to trust him, but we're also supposed to be honest. But if we want to know more info, we kind of have to go to the school, so we're not supposed to be combative. I think because Ardeon said that we seem fine, that we're supposed to go with him this time. But we gotta stop trusting him. Okay, I think I got this. We're gonna go with him this time, and then, but we're gonna find him suspect every time he says something.
じゃあ行こう。
Alright, let's go.
あのさ、嘘つかれたら怒っていいんだからな。
You know, you're allowed to get mad when someone lies to you.
ぼーっとしてんのは分かってるし、騙し討ちした俺が悪いんだけど、なんか調子狂う。
I understand things are still hazy for you, but I did trick you a few times. This whole situation is just weird.
なんだ、怒られるつもりで言ってたんだ。
I see. So he said it knowing you might get mad at him?
いつも通り分むくれて怒るだろうって無意識に思ってたみたいだな。地味に答えるこういう違和感。
I guess on some level I figured you'd get all pouty with me like you normally do. That you didn't makes me really uncomfortable.
今のお前はお前だけど違うんだよな。分かってもらえるつもりであしらったらダメだよな。
Right now, you're still you, but you're different. I guess I can't just assume you'll react to things in the same way.
もしかしたらさっきの記憶を失う前の君とシンの間では通じてた呼吸なのかもね。
Maybe that was how you used to be with Shin, back before you lost your memories?
じゃあ行くか。
Let's get going.
な、 今日は具合が悪くなったらさっさと言えよ。
Oh, and if you don't feel well, let me know right away. These little cute sketchy things are so cute.
ここがお前の大学。高校からエスカレーターで進学した。
This is your university. You started attending right after you finished high school.
高校も敷地内にあるけど制服だから部外者は入りにくい。とりあえず大学でいいよな。
Both schools share the same campus, but they have uniforms, so outsiders can't really enter. I'd say the university's good enough, though, right?
ここが君の学校か。
So this is your school?
高校も敷地内にあるってことは、ここに3年以上通ってるんだよね。どう？見覚えある？
He said your high school is on campus, so you've been coming here for a few years already. Do you recognize anything?
多分お前の記憶に一番残ってるのは部活動のことだと思う。
Okay, wait. So he says visitors can't really get on campus, and yet here we are on campus. Not wearing uniforms. I mean, I'm sure our ID card, which is our school ID card because it tells us what university we go to and what grade we're in, but I'm sure our ID card would be fine for allowing if somebody were to stop us, um but not Sheen? So what are we doing here? I think what would stand out the most in your memory would be your after school club.
高2から軽音部に入ってバンドやってた。ボーカル担当。
You've been in a band since your second year of high school, on vocals. Oh.
始めた時はすげえ下手くそだったけど、その後相当練習したらしくて、3年の時はまあまあ。
He's such an asshole. So Scum, I said that you're right. I could probably do better than Sheen, and I'm not enjoying all the fucking mind games he's doing. Too much. Yeah. Sheen's still an asshole. That's what you came back to. Apparently we do vocals for a band. And you were really awful at first, but you practiced a lot, and then you were okay by your third year.
大学入ってからは演奏聞いてない。でもまあ、熱中してたな。
I haven't heard you perform since you started college, but you've been pretty enthusiastic about it. Yeah, Sheen is Mr. Fuck Fuck Games and is about to find out. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Uh, and he keeps talking about how weird we are because we're so emotionless. So I think I figured out how we're supposed to deal with him. I think we're supposed to be honest, but suspicious of him. Because he keeps lying to us, and he gets upset when we when we just trust him.
で、ここが部室。
This was the club room.
見覚えあるか？かなり通ってたはずだけど。
Oh, he's so tall compared to us. Do you recognize it? You came here all the time. Is this kind of a Kabadon? Because it kind of isn't. I also can't believe how short we are. Holy shit. Like that's a lot of bending over.
今はお前の怪我で休止中。この調子じゃ当分休止のままになりそうだな。
We need boots for tallness and for kicking. I agree. I kinda Sheen's getting on my last nerve. They're on break because of your injury. At this rate, they'll be on hiatus for a while. Well, thanks, Sheen.
普段は週2くらいで練習してたのかな。授業の後とか休みの日とか。
I think you usually practice about twice a week after classes or on days off. Oh, oh, how I've. Okay, so let me explain. He shows up and he's all like, "Hey, so I lied about your parents being overseas. They're actually in the next prefecture over and couldn't pick us up from the hospital." And I'm like, "What the fuck, man?" He's like, "Here's their contact info." And so our choices were, to be like, "Thanks, dude." Like, not exactly appreciative, but it had ellipses. But be all like, "Okay, thanks, I guess." Or be like, "Okay, are you lying about this info? Like, is this fake?" And 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 I was like, "Okay, well, I'm annoyed, but at least he gave us the info, you know?" And then he's all like, "Okay, actually, I lied about lying. They are overseas, and this info is international. You can call them to check, but I figured you wouldn't tell me the truth if you still had amnesia, so I lied to test you." And I'm like, "Motherfucker, just like So now I'm like, I'm sure he's lied about everything, and I'm 100% positive we're not actually dating, and that he just told us that as well because he's obsessed with us and wants us to be dating. So that's what happened. Especially with he says what he says here. Now we could excuse it as okay, he's a year younger, so he's still in high school, so you know, he doesn't know what our after school schedules and things like that are, but he's all like, I don't know. I think you did this thing. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what it is, scum. I'm like, oh, he wants to take care of me. That's so good. Motherfucker, stop fucking lying to me. I'm like, I cannot exist like this because I'm too trusting already as a person. And and so if you're like, I lied to you about this, I'd be like, well, now I'm mad, but at least you told me the truth. And then he's like, no, I lied about lying. And I'm like, what? What am I supposed to do with you? So, so that's what happened. He's playing all these fucking mind games because he doesn't trust anything we're saying, which just tells me that everything he's saying is lies. So, here we are. Here we are. I'm certain. Excuse me. I'm certain we're not dating, and he's just lying about that along with everything else, and only giving us little pieces, and that's why nothing's really coming back to us because we're kick him in the dongle, walk away all slow. Okay, yeah, Mina, that's actually pretty good. Um, I think yeah, he's lying about everything and he's just telling it from what he knows about us because he's an obsessed childhood friend who's kind of stalking us and that's probably why nothing is jogging our memory because we're not seeing it from our life or our perspective. So anyways, that's my thought.
俺もしょっちゅう来てた。お前の部活が終わった後、ここで二人で話してた。
See, like this. I don't believe any of this is true. I dropped by kind of often too, after you were done. We talked for a while in here.
お前が必死になってるとこ見てんのが楽しかった。
It wasn't nervous in that way. Guys, he's our fucking stalker. That's why we moved away from our parents. Because they're literally right down the street, except for they're overseas. But that's why we moved to our own apartment because we were like, Wait, Scum, you're into this? Uh, this is so funny. Scum's like, okay, I'm down for the obsessive stalker thing. He's still an asshole, but maybe I'll spread my legs for him. If his attitude was better, I agree, yeah. He may hit it once. No, but seriously, tell me this does not sound like he's stalking us, okay? All the info he's giving us is kind of like, well, you do this or you do that, maybe, and you spend a lot of time here. And like it really doesn't sound like anything concrete. It does sound like he's stalking us. I really enjoyed seeing you get nervous around me.
俺にはそういうの無理だし、
That doesn't really happen to me.
俺がお前に告白したのも、初めてキスしたのも、この部屋。
But the time I confessed to you, our first kiss, all of it happened in this room. Ah, so he attacked us and we ran away and tripped on the stairs, and that's how we got in the accident. Got it. That's what happened. We got in a fight with him. Yeah. Scum, what? Bet. Bet. I'm good at this stuff. So, so he's like, dude, I've loved you for 10 fucking years. And we're like, okay, but you're fucking creepy. And he's like, no, but I love you. And then he forces a kiss on us and we run away and we trip in the on the stairwell. And that's how we hit our head really hard or whatever the case is and ended up in the hospital for 10 days. And yeah, that's why he's like, it's all my fault, but our parents think he's a good guy because he portrays that, and we're like, dude, you scare the shit out of me. Okay. Oh, and he
覚えてな
kisses
いか。
again. You don't remember?
その時のことは覚えてなくても、キスの感触は。
Even if you don't remember it happening, do you at least remember the feeling?
数えきれないくらい、お前にキスしてるんだけど。
In your dreams! We've kissed so many times, I can't even count anymore. In his dreams.
全然印象に残ってないって言われたら、結構悔しい。
It'd be frustrating if you told me you couldn't feel anything from being here now. Come on, Scum. When I'm right, you won't be laughing, but the pussy store will probably be open.
ダメか。
I guess you don't.
悪い。もうしない。ここでキスしたら、普通に思い出すんじゃないかと思ったけど、甘かった。
Sorry, I won't do it again. I figured if I kissed you here, you might remember something, but that was stupid of me.
困るよな。
Right
今
now,
のお前にと
but
って
wait till I'm
は知
right.
らない男だもんな。
I'm sure it's troubling for you too. Right now, I'm just a stranger to you. So we're supposed to be honest and not trust him. So we're gonna say, yeah, I'm sorry, I guess. Yeah, you're right, Scum. But but Orion also said that. He's all like, dude, you're taking this super chill. Like, did you lose your emotions? And here we are just this is like this is exactly what a blank doll is.
焦っても仕方なさそうだな。長期戦、覚悟するか。
There's no use dwelling on it. I should think of it as a long-term battle.
これでパッと思いつくとこは一通り連れてった。あとは成り行きに任せるしかないと思う。
I've taken you everywhere I could think of. I guess the rest will just have to take care of
知
itself.
り合いと話してるうちになんとなく思い出せることもあるかもしんないし。
You might also start to remember things when you talk to people you
なん
know.
か思い出に残ってる場所に行ったらそこであったことを思い出すってこともあるだろうし
And if you go to a memorable place, you might start to remember what happened there.
俺が知ってるやつには引き合わせてやれるけど
I could arrange for you to meet the people we know in common, but
どうした何立ち止まってんだよ
what's wrong? Why are you just standing there?
何あのライブ
A live event?
お前人に聞かせようって気あんの自分の歌ってるとこ録音して聞いたことある
You want people to hear you sing? Have you ever recorded yourself singing and listened to it?
マジで聞けたもんじゃないんだけど
Still an asshole. It's seriously not something to write home about.
緊張して声が出なかった
You were just nervous?
言い訳だろ練習が足りないからそういうことになるんだよ
That's an excuse. It's because you didn't practice enough.
お前どんな状況になっても自信持って歌えるくらい練習したしてないよな
Holy shit. He's such an asshole. Such an asshole. Did you practice enough to have absolute confidence in your singing no matter what? No, right? You slacked off. But I want to point out that this other face here, this is Toma. This is the one we met at the cafe. Remember, Orion was all like, dude could say you're dating and you're actually dating someone else. Oh my god. Guess what's happening?
それで言い訳しても誰も聞いてくれないよ
Making up excuses doesn't mean people will give a shit. Shin's really an asshole and we never liked him. He's only pretending to be nice.
そのくらいにしといたら追い打ちかけて言わなくても十分落ち込んでるだろう
And Toma, our real boyfriend, is all like, that's enough. You don't have to kick her when she's already down.
うるさいな身内が言わなくて誰が言うんだよ
And Shin's like, I've known her longer, dude. Yes, he is. He is mad that we're with someone else instead of him. So now he's all like, she doesn't remember anything, and I'm just going to play this to my benefit. Mr. Stalker is getting his dreams, but then he's going to be upset that we're not acting the same way we used to act, you know, because we trust him now. Shut up. Who's going to tell her if I don't?
みんな心の中じゃひどい演奏だって思ってただろ自覚しなきゃ変わんないよ
I'm sure everyone thought it was a terrible performance. You have to accept that first before you can fix it.
泣くほど悔しいな来年は練習したら
If you're frustrated enough to cry, maybe you should practice more next year.
ねあんまり気にしないでいいよ
Anna, don't worry about it too much.
こいつの言い方が大げさなのそこまで悪くなかったから
He's exaggerating. It wasn't as bad as he says it was.
甘やかすなトーマ
Don't baby her, Toma.
あ
Huh?
めまいが
So dizzy.
どうした
What is it?
おいまた具合悪いの我慢してたんじゃないだろうな
Don't tell me you weren't feeling well this whole time.
いやそうじゃないよね今のはちょっとショックな記憶が蘇った衝撃だと思う
See, guys, we have no voice. This is wild. This whole game is wild. No, I don't think so. I think that was just the impact of remembering a powerful memory.
落ち着いたみたいだね
Yeah, seems like it has passed.
大丈夫か
Are you all right? We're gonna confront him. We're gonna be like, bitch, bitch. You guys ready? You guys ready to see what happens? I want to see him worried that we remembered.
嫌なことを思い出すなお前
Oh, I'm gonna bad end. I'm gonna bad end so bad. Okay. You sure remember the worst moments.
だってお前下手だったんだもん
It's because you weren't any good.
言っとくけど、2回目は良くなってたから、ちゃんと褒めたぞ。
Just putting this out there, but you were better the second time, and I told you so then.
へえ、そうなんだ。
Hmm? I see.
意外とシンに厳しく言われたのがバネになったのかもね。
Ariane, what happened to your doom spiraling? Because now you're sounding like you believe all. You know what? It actually makes sense, guys. Okay, Ordeon is a spirit and he's not a human, and he understands that humans are cruel, you know, tricky, lying, mean people, and or beings, and he doesn't understand it necessarily. But I mean, he understands it. He just doesn't have experience identifying it unless it's from an outside perspective. So he's like, okay, maybe this guy's telling us the truth. Where it's like, Ariane, you were much better with the whole spiral thing. It's fine. You'll be all sorts of beholden to this cuck fuck. Maybe Shin's attitude was enough to motivate you.
それにしても順調に思い出せてるね。
Either way, you've been making good progress in remembering.
やっぱりよく知ってる相手が一緒にいていろんな話聞かせてくれるおかげかな。
No. It really must be because you're with someone you know really well who can talk to you about a bunch of things.
ところでさ、お前あさってからバイトに復帰する予定だったんだけど。
By the way, you're supposed to go back to work starting the day after tomorrow.
バイト？
Work?
ほとんど記憶ないんじゃ、さすがにバイトは厳しいよな。
But trying to work with zero memories is a disaster in the making.
店長に伝えて判断してもらうべきかな。
Maybe we should ask the manager to reconsider.
できれば記憶喪失のことは広まってほしくないよね。
If possible, you want to keep the word about your amnesia from spreading.
中には記憶がないのをいいことにおかしなこと吹き込む不届きなやつもいるかもしれないし。
Yeah. Ariane. Do you see what's happening here? Maybe? A little? I don't think so. I don't think he's paying attention. Some terrible people might try to tell you things that didn't really happen in order to take advantage of you. Oh no. Oh no. Guys, I'm running head first into a bad end. I'm just like barreling through here like I'm playing football and I'm just like chugging through all of this, just like BAM! We're gonna get that touchdown. We're gonna get that bad end. I can't trust other people.
はあ、お人よしのお前が何俺みたいなこと言ってんの？
Huh? You're always so trusting of others. Why are you sounding like me all of a sudden?
ま、わからなくもないけどさ。
I get where you're coming from.
じゃあ、記憶がないのは隠したまま。
So you wanna go to work and hide your amnesia?
もともと怪我人だから、しばらくお試し勤務みたいな感じらしいし、できなくはないと思うけど。
At least your injuries will keep people from expecting too much of you for a while.
もしやる気なら、一通り業務を教えてやるよ。俺も同じとこでバイトしてたから。
He used to work there too. If you want to go, I'll teach you how to do your job. I still remember it from when I used to work there.
わお、それは頼もしい。
Ariane, you're supposed to be my voice of reason, baby. What are you doing to me? Wow, that sounds helpful.
それでいいなら、明日はここでバイトの特訓な。ビシビシやるから、今日はしっかり休んどけよ。
If that sounds good, we'll do some training here tomorrow. It'll be tough, so you'd better rest up today while you still can. Hey, Mina, will you give me some rice crackers, please? He never said he would. Oh, right. Orion did say, "Hey, I'm pretty much useless, but all I can do is be your cheerleader." And you know what, Scum, you're right. He never said he would be my voice of reason. He just said he would cheer me on to remember things. And I said he was lying. I said he was useless, not he was lying.
教えてくれるのは嬉しいけど、こいつのビシビシってどんくらい厳しいんだろう。
Yes, Scum, cheering me on into a bad end. Thank you. We're thankful for the help, but just how tough is this training going to be? Orion. I'm gonna crunch
バ
in
イト
front of
本番で
everybody.
失敗する方がよっぽど少ない精神ダメージで済みそうとか思っちゃうんだけど。
I get the feeling you'll take a lot less mental damage if you just go to work and mess everything up.
まあしょうがないか。頑張ろうね。
Well, no choice now. Do your best, Anna. Just a little more sugar.
だからそれはさっき教えただろバカ。
Thanks, Shin. I'm glad. I'm glad I trust you implicitly. You're so good for me. I just taught you that a minute ago, you idiot.
そのくらい自分で考えろバカ。
You should learn to use your brain more.
暗算くらいパッとできなくてどうすんだバカ。
He keeps calling us an idiot. You won't go very far in life without being able to do a little math in your head, idiot.
バカの大盤振る舞いですね。
Why do I even bother? Guys, why do I even bother? Orion is me, okay? I'm not Anna. I am the little spirit in our fucking head. Every fucking time. He sure does love to say idiot a lot, doesn't he?
まあこうなるのはなんとなく分かってたけどさ。
This is exactly how I imagined things would go from the very beginning.
これで一通り教えたかな覚えたか。
I think that's about everything. Do you remember it all?
多分ね。大丈夫？
I think so. Are you okay, Anna?
じゃあ実践俺が客の役やるから接客して。
Alright then. Put it to practice. I'll pretend to be the customer and you serve me.
よし、これ以上バカにされないように頑張ろう。
I'm gonna... When I write the review for this game, I'm definitely gonna be like, I didn't get to participate in the romance. I was just Orion the whole time. Anna, do your best so he doesn't make fun of you anymore.
あ、こないだ行ったあのお店、君のバイト先はメイド&執事カフェだったみたいだね。
Oh, the place we went to the other day where you work, it was a maid and butler cafe.
わかる？メイドカフェ。それっぽく行ってみよう。
You know what a maid cafe is? Oh, you know what a maid cafe is? Just try to play the part. So we say, welcome back, master. Okay, that one's easy. He blushes. Okay, wait. He can be an asshole, but this face right here, this is worth it. Guys, this is so worth it, okay? Like, no, guys, no, not both of you, not both of you. The way you both both were like. Scum, no swooning, and Mina, bounce on it like a pogo stick to drown him in the tub. Okay, okay.
で、席に案内、メニューを出す。
Let's see. Next, you have to show them to their seat and give them a menu.
その後水を持ってきて、ご注文がお決まりの頃伺います。
After you bring them some water, say, please call me, or call for me when you are ready to order.
そしたら呼ばれるまで、しばらく遠くから客の様子を見てる。そのうち客が呼ぶ。
And then you watch how they're doing from a distance until they call you. It shouldn't take too long. Shin knows this because he's constantly watching us from a distance.
注文お願いします。
I'd like to order.
そしたら注文を聞けばいいんだよね。聞き方はわかる？
Then you ask them what their order is. Do you remember how? Have you decided, Master? We're picking that one. I don't know if you guys can see it, but he's blushing again. It's very faint in this, but... No swooning, RJ. No swooning. Okay. I am not taken in by how embarrassed you are. Not at all. I do not care that you're so goddamn cute. Stay strong. No, Mina, I'm not a liar.
何の拷問だこれ。
What kind of torture is this?
なんでもない。注文な。
Nothing. Anyway, my order.
メイドのコーヒーセット。ケーキはバナナタルトで。
I'll have a made coffee set and a banana tart. Thank you, Scum. RJ, you are so bad at lying. Yes. Yes, I am.
で、注文言われたら復唱してキッチンへ行く。
When you receive the order, repeat it back to them before going into the kitchen. Should we play into it? Should we say, yes, master? We'll say, yes, master. I want to torture him. Come on, let me torture him. I'm gonna torture him. Yes, we're gonna torture him. We're gonna...
あのさ、襲ってもいい？
Whoa! Hey, can I just have my way with you or something?
こら！いきなり何を言い出すんだ！
Hey, what the heck are you saying?
ダメだよな。なあ、なんだこれ。辛すぎるだろ。早く来いよ、トーマ。
See? We're dating Toma. And Shin's lying about us dating him. And Shin's like, oh my god. She's literally doing everything I say. Toma, are you gonna come and fucking save her or what? This isn't good. This is just torture. Just show up already, Toma.
あれ、チャイムの音、お客さんかな？
Was that the doorbell? Do you have a guest?
やっと来た。
He's finally here. I guess he invited him.
入って。
Come on in.
入ってって、我が物顔だね、お前。お前の家じゃないだろう。
What? Do you own this place now? You're still in Anna's house?
あ、こないだお店で会ったやつ。
Oh, this is the guy you saw at the cafe.
お前、大丈夫だった？記憶が混乱してるんだって。
Oh, Anna, are you okay? Your memories are still a bit mixed up, right?
とにかく入って。
Just come in.
こいつはトーマ。この間店で会わせたよ
This is Toma. You saw him at the cafe the other day.
バイト中に頼るやつがいないと困ると思ってこいつにだけ話した。
I thought it would be a problem if you didn't have anyone to rely on at work, so I explained to him what was going on.
話したっつってもものすごく簡単にな。
Explained? I wish. More like you just told me.
で、どのくらい忘れてるの？俺のことも完全に忘れてるわけ？
He's like, do you remember that we've been dating for several years? Perhaps? So, how much have you forgotten? Have you completely forgotten me?
お前のことも俺のことも覚えてない。てか、ここがどこなのかもよく分かってないと思う。
She doesn't remember either of us. In fact, I don't think she even knows what this place is.
はあ？分かってないと思って。何それ？教えてあげなよ。
Uh-oh. This is not actually our home. Huh? What do you mean you don't think she knows? Then just tell her.
そんくらい自分で調べればいいだろう。調べられないことは教えてやるよ。
Guys, this is our love shack. This is where we get it on. We fuck all of them here. I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. She can figure out that much for herself. I'm just helping her with the things she can't.
始まったよ。お前、こいつがこういうやつだってことも忘れてるんだよね。
Here we go again, Anna. Sometimes I wish I could forget that this guy has such a terrible attitude.
振り回されたでしょう。かわいそうなことしたね。お疲れさん。
I'm sure he's put you through a lot. It must be so frustrating. I'm sorry about that.
甘やかせなくていいんだよ。
Stop coddling her.
お前は厳しすぎじゃないの？
No, you need to treat her better.
なんで微妙に険悪なの？友達じゃないの？
Why do they sound so serious? Aren't they friends? No, they're not friends. They just know each other.
どういうことだろうね。ねえ、何か思い出したりする？
What's going on here? Anna, can you remember anything?
とにかくトーマ、バイト中のフォローは頼むから。
Whatever. Just handle any work problems she has, Toma.
まあ、それはもちろん、そのつもりだけどね。
That goes without saying. I'd help her even if you didn't ask me.
じゃあ、お前相手に妙な気分だけど、一応自己紹介するね。
Anyway, Anna, it feels kind of weird saying this to you, but let me introduce myself. Guys, this is our boyfriend! And the only reason he puts up with Shin is because he's our childhood friend, and we probably were like, hey, we've known him for a long time. Not that we like him or anything. Just kinda like, yeah.
俺はトーマ。お前のことは子供の頃から知ってて、まあ、兄代わりみたいなもの。
Oh, we've known them both since we were kids. Got it. I'm Toma. We've known each other ever since we were kids. I'm kind of like your older brother.
俺としては、シンに対してもそのつもりなんだけど。
I thought I was an older brother to Shin too, but
いい年して兄代わりなんかいらないっての。
I'm not a kid. I don't need some pseudo older brother.
で、嫌がられてるわけ。
As you can see, he doesn't prefer it.
兄代わりか。それでシンはこないだトーマの顔を店に連れて行ってくれたんだね。
Sorry for crunching. An older brother figure, huh? Maybe that's why Shin decided to have you see Toma the other day.
バイトのことはもちろんだけど、他のことでも気軽に頼っていいよ。あんま一人で無理しないようにね。
Okay. I see the appeal here. I see why Toma's a favorite. He's a fan favorite, guys. Feel free to ask me anything, even if it's not about work. You're not alone in this, so don't overspend your energy.
とかなんとか優しいっぽいこと言いながら平然ときつい要求してくるやつだけど。
Sure, he sounds kind now, but he'll make ridiculous demands of you later like it was nothing.
こいつにはそんなことしないよ。
I wouldn't do that to Anna.
まあそこは信用してるってことだから頼っていいよ。
I trust you on that at least. Anyways, you can trust him.
他のやつに喋るなって言えば喋らないやつだと思う。心配しなくていい。
I think he's the type who would keep his mouth shut if he's told to. Don't worry.
あともう一人バイト仲間に沢って女がいて、お前とはまあ親友っていうの。
There's one more person, a girl named Sawa at work. I guess you could say she's your best friend?
そいつも信用していいけど、すげえおしゃべりだから秘密にしたいことは喋らない方が安全。
You can trust her, but she'll go blabbing about everything to everyone. Don't tell her anything you want to keep secret. Okay, so what he means by trust is you can trust her to take care of you, but you can't trust her to keep quiet. Very good distinction in English on what the word trust means here. And also, a good thing to point out about Japanese and the way their language kind of works because excuse me, like when you are introduced sort of to each other, or you get entrusted to other people. Basically, you're like, I entrust you to take care of me, or I'm going to be a problem and I'm sorry you have to deal with it kind of deal. Okay, like there's not a direct translation, but the point is that it's part of the humbling thing about how you end up being polite to other people, because of course there's polite speak and then there's the humbling aspect. We talked about this in our Japanese lessons. So it's interesting to note that because of the humbling, when you do introduce yourself to other people, you're usually like, hi, my name is, and you kind of like I said, you kind of like, I'm sorry, I'm going to be a problem, or for any problems I cause you, kind of, please take good care of me, you know, like you're humbling yourself to the point that you're like, I'm going to entrust you to help me be a better person, sort of, like, it's a very interesting way that they introduce themselves. And here, Shin is telling us you can trust our best friend, but you also can't trust our best friend, because in English, we don't have that sort of humbleness when we meet other people. So we wouldn't know what he's saying here, as, I mean, if you're an English speaker who doesn't know much about Japanese in the first place, we wouldn't know what he's saying here, where you could trust her, but you can't trust her. It's just kind of cool. Yeah, so what Shin is trying to say is you can trust her to take care of you, because she will take care of you, but you can't trust her to keep a secret, so don't tell her anything. Yeah.
俺が保証できる交友関係はそんくらい。
Also, Mina, are they cheapo outfits though? Because, like, so far everything we've got from Donkey has been, like, really good stuff. Seriously, is there one thing we've gotten that hasn't been good? That's about all the people I can think of that you can count on.
まあ他はただの友達の範囲を超えないよね。何かあったら俺か沢かシンを頼って。
Yeah, I'd say everyone else is just an ordinary friend. If anything happens, come to me or Sawa or Shin.
でもこいつ受験生だからあんまり連絡つかないよね。少なくともバイトの日は予備校が。
Although this guy's studying for his exams, so you might not want to call on him much. He's got prep school on days you work anyway.
ってお前、今日予備校の日じゃないの？
Wait a second, don't you have school today?
なんでトーマがそんなこと知ってんの？
How the hell would you of all people know that?
え、予備校の日だったの？この間も休んで付き合ってくれてたよね。
Wait, he had school today? He took a day off to come see you the other day too.
火木土日が予備校だってこいつから聞いたの。その曜日にバイト入れてるんだって。
Oh, interesting. I heard from Anna that you have classes on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, and that's why she works those days.
お前予備校休んでこんなとこで油売ってていいわけ？
Are you seriously in a position to ditch prep school?
お前が頭悪いとは思ってないけど、成績優秀者に選ばれて奨学金の枠取らないと進学できないんじゃないの？
I'm not saying you're stupid, but you can't afford college unless you're selected for an academic scholarship, right?
おい、お前喋りすぎ。
Anna, you talk too much.
いや、そんな文句を今のこの子に言われても覚えてないから。
There's not much point in telling her that in the current state. She doesn't even remember.
っていうか、奨学金の枠に入らなきゃいけないって、シンの家はあんまり余裕ないのかな？
Shin doesn't have a family. That's the point. But I didn't know he needed to be chosen for a scholarship. I guess Shin's family doesn't have much money to spare.
そんな事情があるのに時間作ってきてくれてたんだね。
No, Orion, we are not falling for it. He's in such a precarious situation, but he's taking the time to visit you. We're gonna thank him. Well, okay, hold on. Now I gotta take this from the humbling experience. Or if we're humbling ourselves, we're like, I'm sorry, we're not as important as you going to school. Whereas as an American, I'd say, thanks for taking time off to come see me. Yeah, actually, I think we're gonna apologize. I think that's what we're gonna do.
そうやって謝られるのが面倒で言わなかったんだけど。
I didn't tell you because I didn't want you apologizing.
勉強の方は問題ないよ。明日から3日間補習入れてるから、遅れぐらいすぐに取り返す。
My studies aren't an issue. I'll be in class for the next 3 days, so I can make it all up in no time.
そんなことより、俺がいられない間のことは、沢とトーマに頼むから、よろしく。
More importantly, I'm counting on Sawa and Toma to fill in during the times I can't see you. Thanks in advance.
それは構わないけどね。
I don't mind at all.
な、そういえばこいつ、携帯新しくしたから、連絡先入れといてやって。できれば、沢の分も。
Oh, right. She got a new cell phone, so make sure you get her new number. Sawa too.
ああ、そっか。事故で壊れたんだってね。ちょっと待って。
Oh, that's right. The old one broke during the accident. Just a sec. Green leaf.
これでよし。
That should do it.
ところでさ、記憶がないことを秘密にするのはいいけど、当然病院には連れてってるんだよな。
By the way, it's fine that you're keeping her amnesia a secret and all, but you've taken her to see a doctor about this, right?
当然。
Of course.
うわ、こいつまた真顔で嘘を。
Yes, Orion. Yes. Wow, he just outright lied, and with such a straight face, too.
ああ、そう。まあいいけど、お前何があっても自分で責任取れるんだろうな。
Alright, fine then. Just be sure you'll take the responsibility for this no matter what happens.
さすが兄代わり、あんまり信用してない。
He's just like an older brother, not trusting at all.
もちろん、責任取るつもりで面倒見てる。
Of course, I'm prepared to take full responsibility.
あのな、本当か？バイトなんか休ませた方がいいんじゃないのか？
Oh, really? But don't you think it would be better if she took a break from work?
休んでたって良くなるとは限らないだろ。
Taking a didn't go low enough there. Taking a break wouldn't guarantee her recovery.
薬飲ませて寝かせとけば治るって言うなら、俺もそうするけど、んな話聞いたことないし。
If it was just a matter of taking some medicine and sleeping, I'd have her do that, but that isn't the issue here.
むしろ刺激があった方がいいんじゃないの？
In fact, I think some physical and mental stimulation would be more helpful.
その通りなんです。
That's right!
うん、こればっかりは真のスパルタ方針がありがたく感じるね。
Yeah, this is one area where Sheen's tough love really does help us out.
ま、3人がかりで様子見てればめったなことにはならないだろうけど。
Well, I guess if all three of us look after her, there shouldn't be an issue.
だろ。ってわけで、とりあえずトーマ、バイトのロールプレイに付き合って。
Right, well, anyway, Toma, why don't you help us out with some roleplay for work?
俺一人じゃ理性が切れる。
I was about to lose it being alone with her. Wait, guys, he had this nice. Oh, we can't go back. I forgot. He had this cute smile just a second ago.
何それ、ロールプレイって接客の実践練習？別にいいけど。
What? Roleplay? Are you having her practice serving customers? Yeah, that's fine, I guess.
じゃ、そこ座って。おい、最初から。
Alright then. Have a seat there, Anna. Start from the beginning.
最初からってお客さんが入ってきたところからってことでいいのかな？
Let's see. By the beginning, I guess he means to start with the customer coming into the cafe. Welcome back, Master! Look, now they're both blushing. Oh, okay, guys. This is so good. This is so good, though, okay? I had to screenshot it. So funny. Actually, let me get rid of that. I want a better shot, okay? I want a better shot. There we go. Perfect. Sorry.
なあ、微妙な気持ちになるだろ。
See, doesn't it make you feel strange? Is that? Guys, that was Ardian in a maid costume saying, "Welcome back, Master."
今日は初めてのバイトだね。
Today's your first day of work.
昨日シンとトーマにみっちり教えてもらったとはいえ、やっぱり実践だとまた違うよね。
I know Shin and Toma told you about it yesterday, but it's way different actually doing it.
トーマがフォローしてくれることになってるけど、気合い負けだけはしないように頑張っていこう。
Toma said he would help you out if you're not sure of anything in particular, but still, do your best, Anna.
でも、君首とかに包帯つけたまんまなんだよね。接客業としてこれはありなのかな？
You've still got bandages all over the place, even on your neck. I wonder if that's okay in this kind of job.
まあ、とりあえず元気に挨拶、おはようございます。
Well, whatever. Just blind them with a smile. Good morning.
あら、あなた、おはよう、お久しぶりね。
Oh, hello, Anna. Good morning. It's nice to see you.
体は大丈夫？本当に災難だったわね。でもその包帯、とっても燃えるわ。
Are you feeling okay? That accident really was unfortunate, but those bandages are actually pretty cute. What?
本格復帰は来週からだけど、今日と明後日、半日ずつリハビリ復帰ってことでお願いね。
Your official first day back won't be until next week, but working half days today and the day after tomorrow will be a good rehab.
でもお願いだから無理はしないで。少しずつ体を慣らしてもらうための研修みたいなものなんだから。
Don't push yourself too hard. Just think of this as training to get your body used to working again, little by little.
とはいえ、包帯姿のメイドなんていてくれるだけで入るわ。ずっとしててほしいくらい。
Seeing a maid in bandages is quite attractive in its own way. I almost want to keep you wearing them just because. This dude's a creep. I see, I see. Okay.
おはようございます。
Good morning.
ああ、ごめん。フォローするって約束したのに先に着いちゃってたね。
Oh, sorry. I said I'd help you out today, but you ended up getting here first.
よしよし、びっくりした。まあ、あんまり気にしないで。店長は取って食ったりしないから。
Did the manager say anything unusual to you? Don't worry about it too much. He doesn't bite or anything.
なあにトーマ、その失礼な言い方。
What's that, Toma? That sounded a little rude.
いえ、別に。久しぶりに店長の推しの強さを見て、彼女がびっくりしただろうと思いまして。
Not at all. I just hadn't seen you put on that kind of pressure in a while, so I figured she might have been taken aback by it.
いやね、励ましの言葉をかけてたのよ。
Of course not. I was only encouraging her.
どうやらこの人店長みたいだね。なんか強烈だけど。
It seems like this person is the manager. He seems pretty intense.
おはようございます。
Oh wait, that's not her. It says mine, not Sawa. So, Mine? She's so cute though! Good morning!
あら、ミネちゃん、今日も可愛い
Yeah,
わね。
okay. Why, Mine, you're looking as cute as ever.
やだ。店長も今日も決まってます。
Oh, stop that. You too, manager.
先輩、今日から復帰だったんですね。ご無事で何よりです。
Oh, hi. That's right. Today's your first day back. I'm glad to see you feeling better.
あの事故の時は本当にびっくりしましたよ。死んじゃってるんじゃないかと思いましたし。
When I saw you? I was really shocked when the accident happened. I even thought you were dead when I saw you. Did she maybe push us down the stairs instead?
この子は後輩なんだ。で、死んでるんじゃないかと思った？
It seems this girl is your junior. Wait a sec. She thought you were dead?
ちょっと待って。この子もしかして事故の現場を見てたの？
Why do I bother? Why do I bother? Orion, he's got it all covered. Hold on. Does that mean this girl was at the scene of the accident?
ああ、ほらほら。積もる話は仕事の後で。みんな着替えてらっしゃい。
Okay, that's enough. You can all chat after work. Everyone, get dressed.
はーい。
Oh, right.
もうそんな時間なんだ。しょうがないね。仕事の後でまた聞いてみようか。
I guess it's already time. I guess it can't be helped. You'll need to wait until after work to ask her.
事故の話はシンからも聞けてないからね。重要な記憶のトリガーになるかもしれない。
You still haven't even been able to gather more details from Shin about the accident. This might trigger an important memory.
仕事が終わるの楽しみだね。
I can't wait for work to be over.
お帰りなさいませ、ご主人様。ご用を受けたまわります。
See, we don't even have a voice, guys. Welcome back, Master. May I take your order?
いってらっしゃいませ、お嬢様。お帰りをお待ちしております。
Have a good day, madam. We'll be awaiting your return.
で、君に合わせて僕も一緒にやってみたわけだけど。
Just so you know, it's not like I'm enjoying this or something.
楽だよ。真のしごきに比べれば、本物のお客さんの方がずーっと優しい。
Easy peasy compared to the way Shin treats us. Real customers are a lot nicer.
何かあった時はみんながフォローしてくれるだろうし、これなら余裕だね。
If you run into trouble, I'm sure the others will help you out. So this shouldn't be a problem at all.
よーし、この調子で頑張って。
All right, just keep it up, Anna.
ちょっと体痛くなってきたね。大丈夫？休ませてもらう？
Mina! They did. They reused these for Cafe Enchanté because look, this is the kitchen. Like, exactly the freaking kitchen. It's not a bad thing, Scum. Like reusing assets is smart on any publisher's part because they bought them already, you know. But I was talking to Mina when we saw the cafe. I was like, well, first off, we saw some scenes around town, just briefly. They just flashed by to show we were walking through the city, and I was like, I've seen some of these scenes in other games, without the photo filter that's on everything, because obviously all these scenes have a photo filter on them to make them look this washed out kind of drawn color. Anyways, and so I was talking about how companies reuse assets, and then we got into the cafe, and I said, Mina, you've played Cafe Enchanté with me. This is the scene from the Atome Cafe, isn't it? And she's like, maybe. But here we are in the kitchen, and this is the kitchen from Cafe Enchanté, because it's set up exactly like it was in... I mean, obviously the filter's there, but I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys later. I'm sure there are background screenshots of things. Your body's starting to hurt a little. Are you okay? Need some rest?
お疲れ様。もう上がっていいわよ。
Good work, Anna. You can take a break now.
もうお昼よ。あなた、部長で働いてたのね。
It's already lunchtime. You seem to be very focused in your work.
今日はもう帰って、あさってまでゆっくり体を休めてちょうだい。
You should go home for today and try to get some rest until the day after tomorrow.
怪我をしてるのに頑張ってくれたわね。ありがとう。お疲れ様。
You worked very hard through your injuries. Thank you so much.
そっか、終わりなんだ。はあ、なんか終わりって言われたらどっと疲れが出てきたね。
I see. So you're done now. Ah, the moment he said you were done, all that tiredness came crashing over us.
話聞きたかったけど、ミネやトーマが終わるまで待ってるのはちょっときついよね。
I was hoping we could ask about the accident, but I don't think we can wait here until Mine and Toma get off work.
また明後日もバイトあるし、その時に聞けばいいか。
You'll be back here the day after tomorrow, so you can just ask then.
とりあえず帰ろう。
Let's just go home for now.
お疲れ。
Hey.
あれ、シン？
Wait, Shin?
どうしてここにいるんだろう。今日は補習だって言ってなかった？
Why is he here? Didn't he have class today? I'm gonna guess that 10 days plus however many days we've been out of the hospital, which it does say 5. So for the last 2 weeks, he hasn't been going to class. What happened with prep school?
昼休みに抜けてきただけ。若さんに挨拶したらすぐ帰る。
I'm just on lunch break. I'll head back after saying hi to Waka.
え、若さんって誰だっけ？
Wait, who was Waka again?
ここで挨拶するって言葉が出てくるってことは店長かな？
Since he's looking for him here, maybe he's referring to the manager?
で、バイトはどうだった？まともにやれたか？
How was work? Did you do okay?
バカ。もともと泥臭い上に記憶なくしてて大丈夫なわけあるか？
Well, how am I supposed to know that? Idiot, you've always been a klutz, and now you've lost your memories. There's no way it went well.
迷惑かけてるって自覚しろよ。謝ってくるから、そこで待ってろ。
You should realize you were a burden on everyone. I'll go apologize for you. Just wait here.
ねえ、それなら君も行った方がいいんじゃないかな。
Okay, okay, I've closed the pussy store for Shin. He doesn't get it. Huh? Anna, wouldn't it be better if you went with him?
なんでついてくんの？ 別にいいけどさ。
Why are you coming along? Well, whatever.
あら、しんちゃんじゃない。久しぶり。元気だった？
Why, if it isn't Shin, it's been a while. How have you been?
若さん、ご無沙汰してます。今日はこいつがご迷惑かけてすみませんでした。
Hello, Waka. Alright, hello, Waka. I've been fine. Also, I'm sorry for any trouble that she caused you today.
まだ傷が痛むらしくて、普段に輪をかけてぼーっとしてますけど、すぐちゃんとさせますから。
I'm sure she's probably been a lot less present than usual due to her injuries, but I'll help her to recover as quickly as possible.
わあ、なんか想像以上にしっかりした挨拶だ。
No, we don't want to be impressed with him. Wow, I didn't expect that from Shin at
お
all.
父さんに謝ってくれた記憶もそうだったけど、シンってこういうとこ全然年下っぽくない気がするね。
I knew it was pretty serious when he apologized to your dad, but this really makes him seem like he isn't younger than you.
やだわ、しんちゃん。彼女とってもしっかりやってくれたわよ。びっくりしちゃったくらい。
Oh, come on now, Shin. She was actually working very hard today. To be honest, I was surprised. What?
あなたのいつも厳しいところは美徳だけど、たまには手放しで褒めてあげてもいいのよ。
It's nice that you're always strict with her, but you could go easy on her and pay her a compliment once in a while, too.
そうよ、褒めてくれてもいいのよ。ねえ。
That's right. You should compliment her, right, Anna? Apparently not.
さっきは悪かったな。できなかったって決めつけて。
Sorry about making assumptions like that.
頑張ったんだな。お疲れ様。
Okay, wait. He can't do this. He can't get blushy, and he can't get sweet smiling like this. I'm such a mess. Okay. I'm good. Shin, you're cut off. Sounds like you worked hard today. Good job. Thank you, Scum. Thank you. Keeping me on track. Pushy shop is closed.
じゃあ、俺は予備校戻るから、ふらふらせずに帰れよ。
Anyway, I'm gonna head back now. Go straight home, alright?
なんだかんだで頼りになるよね、シンのやつ。結局ここまで頼りっぱなしだ。
You know, Shin is actually pretty reliable. He's done a lot for you up until now.
バイトの人たちもちょっと変わってるけど、悪い人たちじゃなさそうだし。
And the people at work are a little weird too, but they don't seem to be bad people at all.
怖くなるくらい順調だ。不安要素が見当たらない。明日もこの調子でいけるといいね。
Hey, we're getting to the climax! Because this is foreshadowing. In fact, it's almost scary. I can't find any reason to be worried. I just hope tomorrow goes as well as today did. Oh, we get kissy marks from Waka, huh? I get it now. Okay, guys. August 6th, but I know I'm supposed to stream for another hour,
今日はどうしよっか。
but I'm not feeling great. So I'm gonna save here, and I'm gonna call it. So thanks. Thanks everybody for coming out. Don't worry. I'm not sick or anything. I'm just a little tired, and I don't want to push myself to make myself sick. I'll have a schedule up for next week, later today, and it'll be much the same as last week. I know I'm moving a few things around, but don't worry, not much is changing. Yeah, Scum, not pushing is good. So I'm just gonna bring it up so that everybody understands what's going on and you know why I'm talking like this about not pushing myself up. So I'm chronically ill. I'm sick a lot. And I only have so much energy that I can use during the day. And if I have other things that I have to do, I usually have to have long periods of rest, especially when doing things like streaming, because, it takes a lot of energy to manage that sort of stuff, even though I'm sitting down and playing games, I'm still interacting with a lot of people and reading and everything else. Anyways, so every once in a while, I might call off a stream or close it early, like I am today, because I had enough to do something, but not the full thing. And it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen quite often because that's just how my life is, and I'm not gonna make myself sick doing this. So, um, that's today. That's what's happening today. Is I'm not feeling great, and I'm gonna go rest for a bit because I've got other things I have to take care of later today with my kiddo and setting up his computer. And so I had a lot of fun though. I am enjoying this game. I think it's super interesting to see uh, compared to the games that um, I'm trying to think of what word to use here. That I was introduced with, or to Otome with, because I was introduced in 2020, and I didn't play these older games until I'd been playing for a few years, and and my glasses keep making my eyes flick to the left, and it's driving me a little insane. Because clearly I turned my head in a way that the camera reads that. There we go. Reads the light as flicking my there. Okay, okay. I'm figuring it out. Um. Anyways, right, I was talking. So it's really interesting. I'm liking this game a lot, not just because it's well loved or a cult classic or anything like that, but because it's actually interesting to see based off of the games that I was introduced to. So, because I'm seeing so many different mm, the way the model used to be for Otome games. I'm seeing a lot of that in here because it is an older game, and it's just I played newer games and where the MC is pretty much non-existent as well. In fact, there's a real nice one called Nekopara Catboy's Paradise. Um, Not the Nekopara, I mean, made by the same company, but not the Nekopara with all the girls in it. This one's got boys in it. And it was, I'm not going to go into the whole history of it, but the point is it's a very short, free Otome game that you can find on Steam, and the MC has no words whatsoever. But we don't have Orion in our head saying everything for us. Instead, all the characters are like, "Oh, so you think this?" Like we're actually talking, but we don't talk. We have no words. It's kind of it's interesting, and I can see this game, Amnesia, is is clearly a predecessor to Nekopara because because of the way they're both set up, where we have not said a single fucking thing in this game, and if we have, it's only been through dialogue choices. So, like, or choice options, not we don't even get to see how we say it, what they write there is probably what we say, and that's it. um Anyways, yeah, I like it. I think it's great. I can't wait to get through this route. It feels like we're going through it pretty quickly, which is surprising to me. I expected it to take longer, but yeah, I think we're coming right up on the climax soon, where everything's gonna boil over and we'll get the resolution. Uh, yeah, that's it. So later, everyone. I hope you all have a great night or great day or great whatever time it is where you are. If you miss any of these streams, remember you can always watch my videos on Twitch, which I would prefer because I actually make money off of you watching my videos on Twitch. But once they disappear from the nether, thank you, scum. I was just gonna do that. Once they disappear, you can catch them on my YouTube channel. It's my VODs channel specifically, so the only thing that goes up on there are things that have been recorded from here. And yeah, catch y'all later.